why is Rachel Hollis exploding right now? Let's get into it. Before I dive in, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Guys, we're talking about Rachel Hollis today. If you're not a big fan, don't worry about it. The stuff I'm going to talk about is applicable, period, no matter what. But if you are, jump in, comment rise below, and we're going to get started. So we're talking about the body pillar today. This is my intention and personal development when it comes to my physical being and forward motion in my goals, as far as how I show up, how I take care of my body, how I reach for my dreams, all of those things. So Rachel Hollis is a motivational speaker, author, coach, all of the things. I'll leave plenty of links below, but basically I found her through a podcast, I believe, a couple of years ago, and I drank the Kool-Aid. I'm a huge convert. I love her stuff, and I would have to say that she is the linchpin or the kingpin or the like final straw that got me moving and motivated to reach for my dreams. It's one of the reasons why I'm in front of this camera talking to you right now. I've picked up YouTube, I've dropped YouTube, I've had to set it aside, and I am tired of making it not a priority. So that's one of the reasons I'm making this video, is because of her teaching and the things that she focuses on. Made me realize that this is something that's important to me. So here we are. We're gonna start with the tools that she has put out, or different just different things that she's done that I really like and have helped me take care of my body better. One of those is called Last 90 Days. So the last 90 days of each year, they do a challenge where you're gonna do the 5 to Thrive every single day for 90 days, finishing the year strong. Instead of just waffling and saying I'll take care of myself in January, we try to finish the year, go through all that craziness and all the holiday insanity while also taking care of our body so that we can show up better and live healthier, etc. So 5 to Thrive. This is half your body weight in ounces of water, 30 minutes of activity, gratitude practice, getting up an hour early for yourself, and cutting out one crappy category of food. So for me, this started 2 or 3 years ago now. I think this will be my 3rd time to do Last 90 Days. I've also done just like an in 90 days that I did in the middle of the year twice, because I wanted to be healthier and I found Last 90 Days and wanted to give it a shot, so I just did it in the middle of the year. That was really helpful, but the first time I did it all the way through with Rachel and their daily during the week Facebook lives, that helped me a whole lot to stay on track. I didn't do perfect, but if you scroll back on my Instagram, I have shared my grid and my bullet journal where I marked down and kept up with how I did. And most of that for me was focusing on the gratitude stuff, which I do a lot, which is now I do in my Start Today journal, which is a tool I have talked about before that I use for this intention, mobility, forward motion stuff, and it has a gratitude practice in it, so I do that every day. But the water and cutting crap out of my diet have been a huge help for me in my physical body. I told a story last week about how I wasn't really a water drinker for a long time, and now it's like I need it. I would say 2 years ago I wasn't drinking water. I was almost always drinking Coke. Maybe I'd have juice or coffee, but I literally lived off caffeine. I just drank Coke almost all the time. I don't like lemonade. I don't like sweet tea. I'm an alien, I know. But that's all I would drink, and it was really messing with me in the sense that like caffeine wasn't affecting me. I wasn't getting any energy from it. I felt bad when I didn't drink it because my body got so used to it that I had adverse effects when I didn't drink it. And it was so unhealthy. But I started to do the challenge Last 90 Days, and I was like, okay, I have to drink all of this water. It's so much water. And so if you drink that much water, I was still drinking a couple of Cokes a day, partially because I just like Coke, but also because with my diet and how I do things, like dropping off the caffeine was not a great idea. But when you drink that much water, there's not much more room for you to drink anything. You just pee all of the time. But I can tell you my body functions better, it processes food better, I feel more like, just like, well, moistury. I just don't feel dry all the time. And now I drink water so much that when I am somewhere like at a restaurant, or I'm not paying attention and I grab one too many cans of Coke that day, my body don't feel good. It has gotten used to so much water that I can have Coke, and I do drink Coke more than I want to. It's on my list of things to try to cut eventually, or at least not have very often. I still drink Coke, but it is once or twice a day, not all day, all day, all day. All day, all day, now I'm drinking water, and so it's making a huge difference in my body. If you do nothing else, I would say do that in the gratitude, and that's gonna change. Just try that for a month and tell me how it goes. I'm also cutting out different types of food just whenever I feel like it now. I did Pop-Tarts that last 90 days, and I haven't had one in a year. I haven't had a Pop-Tart in 1 year. Now, you may not like Pop-Tarts, or they may not be your thing, but I was eating a Pop-Tart every day for breakfast. That was the first thing I put in my body, was a Pop-Tart and a Coke. It was really, really bad. Not like end of the world bad, just not healthy. It's not the greatest thing to put in your body. It wasn't giving me energy, that's for sure. And I haven't had one in a year. That first 90 days was so hard. I had to figure out what else I was gonna eat for breakfast, because I'm a robot and I like to eat the same thing every single day. And I'm still not doing great on picking something super healthy, but I am eating healthier. I'm not eating Pop-Tarts. I'm drinking tons of water. The exercise I don't do every day. I did okay during the different challenges, but I'm still working on the exercise. I do yoga plenty, but I want to like get my heart rate up more, so I'm working on that. That was probably way longer than you needed to know, but that's my body journey. That's the things that I have done that have helped the most, and I did it because of the 5 to Thrive. So it's changed the game for me. Okay, so let's talk about her nonfiction books. If you have had a chance to read her fiction books, I'll leave a link below. You should check them out, especially the audiobooks which she narrates, because they're hilarious. But nonfiction, we have Girl Wash Your Face, Girl Stop Apologizing, and a new one that's coming out, I think, in 2 years that's very health focused. I don't know, that one, the title hasn't been released yet. But anyways, those 2 books are amazing. Girl Wash Your Face is like this big sis telling you what you need, like kicking in the butt, like get up, go do the dang thing. And so that was very encouraging for me. It was also very like not alone thing, like just seeing that even someone who I look up to and I think is crushing it is human and has stuff that she processes and deals with. So that's amazing. Girl Stop Apologizing is like the roadmap. She calls it that all the time. It's the roadmap to like, okay, I get it, I'm gonna stand up and go for it. How? And so that one's also really good. It's more of a tool book than just a big sis get your life together, like come on and do the dang thing, don't like wash your face, keep going. So those 2 books are both amazing. And then we also get into coaching. She does life and business coaching. I've done life coaching this year, which has been amazing and hard and intense, and it's really good. I might do a video on that by itself if you want me to. I'm actually backing up and listening to a few of them again because I need to take better notes and really like try to practical application the stuff that she's teaching, but I know it's amazing, so you should check that out too. Okay, so that's all of the like big things, products, books, coaching, things that are going on. But for me, the body focus and the health focus, I love her because she's this great combination of practical, like drink the water, eat the kale, just like who cares if you're not a big fan of salmon, just eat the salmon, it's good for you, that kind of thing. I need that in my life a lot. But also there's the motivation that she gives out. Her and her husband do a Start Today morning show, which is a great morning show that nobody's talking about, but if you know what I'm talking about, comment let's go below. And it's amazing. It's always funny. A lot of times she gets on fire on something, and so it's a great way to start your day. That starts back, actually it may have already started back. Anyways, I'll leave the link below, but it's amazing. You should do that if you do nothing else. It will just get you in, and then you'll probably want a lot more from her, so you should check that out. It's the thing I look forward to in the morning. I just find that there's so much good stuff in her pushing, in her hustling, in that like don't give up, like push harder kind of mentality that I need as a Gemini, as a dreamer. I have a tendency to like find something that I think is so cool and I get so excited about it, but when the rubber hits the road or I start getting a little stagnant or things get a little hard, I just kind of move on to the next exciting thing instead of pushing through the hard to get to the thing I want. And that's why she's like my mascot. She's top of the pillar when it comes to motivation and keeping me moving on this journey. You need someone who will be a good coach. I need lots and lots and lots of cheerleaders and support in my corner, but when it comes down to it, you need a coach. You need someone who's going to pave the way for you and be the one who's pushing you to do more. And that's who she is for me, so I highly recommend that. I know that this is a little intense because she is my spirit animal basically right now. I'm finding her content to sit really well with what I need. It may not be for you, that's totally fine, but I want to reiterate how important it is in personal development, in growth, in trying to do better for yourself and for your family, that you're taking care of all of this. You have to drink the water, you have to eat the good food, you have to move your body, because you want to be here 5, 10, 15, 30 years from now to see the fruits of all the work that we're putting in. So don't neglect your body because you're working on something specific. Don't neglect yourself because you're so worried about your family. Make the time, drink the water, eat the stuff that you don't want to eat, cut out something crappy that you know you shouldn't be eating, or at least eat it less, and keep moving forward. I'll see y'all next week. Bye.